Alright, before I get into the video, I want to say a few things. Thank you viewer for taking the time to look at my video, it means a lot. Also make sure to subscribe if you are new here. Cusses out Starbucks worker. Cast, me, myself, my mom, unfortunately she is a Karen, nice coffee lady, I'm still so sorry. So some background, my mom has always treated service workers really poorly. It's to the point where I won't go to sit down restaurants with her anymore, and either will my sister. She especially is unkind to women. However, she's been having self-esteem issues because her new husband used to be married to a younger, super attractive girl, and I don't think she feels good enough for him. She's constantly bringing up his ex-wife, but also gets pissed when anyone else brings this woman's name up. It's bizarre. Point being, I've noticed she's been extra rude to young, attractive, female service workers. Now y'all know how it is at Starbucks. They are really friendly, happy-go-lucky workers. At least in my area. I've never met a rude Starbucks barista. So I'm visiting town and my mom wants to get her daily coffee and we go to her Starbucks. She won't go elsewhere. BTW, the lady at the front counter is really beautiful and I just know this isn't going to go well. Worker: hi, welcome to Starbucks, what can I get started for you? My mom: I want a grande pike place with cold soy and cream, and a strawberry refresher. Worker: a pike place with cold soy and cream. It's a strange order, so I don't blame her for wanting to clarify. My mom: that's what I said, yes, can you understand? Worker: okay, I'm sorry, I just wanted to make sure I was getting your order right, coming right up, have an awesome day. My mom, in a mocking tone: have an awesome day, fucking bitch. At this point I start to apologize for my mom, because I'm so embarrassed, and that poor lady did not deserve any of that. The manger has overheard everything and my mom is told to leave, and not come back. Sitting in the car. Me: what the hell is wrong with you? My mom: that lady had a fake tone. I hate when service workers are purposely overly nice and fake. Just like, be a real fucking person. Me: they have to be overly nice, mom, it's part of their job. If you don't like it, go elsewhere. My mom: well, I'll just have to train them to be normal. According to my sister, my mom has attempted to go back twice and was told the police would be called if she goes again. Parks her extra car in my space just because I own a bike and it doesn't need much space. I live in a residential building in India and we are allotted only one parking space per flat. So when I went out to buy essential items, I came back to find my parking occupied and immediately called the security. He went to fetch the owner of the car and lo, enter the M. I ask her to move her car as I need to park my bike there. She tells me that since I own a bike I need to park it outside and her son deserves the parking for his new car. I refuse to budge and demand that she takes her car out or else that I will proceed legally if she doesn't move out. She did so and moved the car, but not without calling me a Malu and then moving her car. She is a North Indian and has in fact settled in my state and yet has the courage to call me so. Grandma Karen calls police and CPS on me for assaulting her grandchild. I colored her hair pink. I've been babysitting two little girls, 3 and 5, for over a year now. I know their parents since I was a child. I'm 21 now, and we get along very well. A month ago I decided to dye my hair in a red-brownish color. When I babysat them they loved it. Their parents are quite okay with little girls playing with makeup and fashion, so when I was done babysitting I asked the mom if I could bring some fun fashion things to play with the next time. That next time was last week. When I got there I opened my beauty case and showed them what I got: necklaces, costumes, hair ties, makeup, frozen perfume, and pink hair dye. I asked both of their parents if it was okay for me to dye their hair pink since it's their favorite color. I informed them that it was temporary hair dye designed for kids and it could be washed out immediately. So it was pretty much harmless. The parents laughed a bit with me and told me it was fine, but they specifically asked me to put them in a bath without washing their hair. I guess they wanted to see it the next morning. They said goodbye and told me that, crazy ass, grandma would come home around midnight to pay me la di da di da. Some amazing haute couture hours later the doorbell rang. It was only around 9 p.m. and the girls were still awake. I put them in their bathrobes and night diapers, I was getting them ready for bed, and put them in front of the TV and went to open the door. It was Grandma Karen. She was almost 3 hours early. Without even saying hello she entered, almost knocked me over, and while walking to the living room she opened her purse to get a €50 bill. As soon as she wanted to hand me the bill, she sees their pink hair and lost her damn marbles. What in the Jesus and Mary have you done to my babies? Oh, don't worry, we just played fashionistas. It's okay, it can be washed. Oh you dash. Runs to girls and starts screaming hysterically. What has she done to your beautiful golden hair? Ma'am, it's okay, Mom, and Dad, know about I dash. Shut up. Who do you even think you are to just come here and assault my babies? Proceeds to scream at me for a couple more minutes. This is child abuse. I'm calling the police on you, you effing child molester. Okay, so at this point I started to freak out. Even thought I knew I didn't do anything wrong, the thought of being interrogated made me almost shit my pants. She freaking held me hostage in the living room while continuing her screaming and moaning. She even wrinkled the €50 bill like toilet paper and shoved it down her pocket. Curse words after curse words left her mouth. OMG, I can't believe, Mom, would even hire someone like you. You probably have a criminal record, don't you? I hope you freaking get 20 years in prison, you racist slur. You ruined my baby's life. You traumatized them. This is child abuse. The police are on their way. Evil smirk, you will never find a job again. Oh babies, did that with hurt you? She did, didn't she? OMG, did she also cut it? I didn't. You've probably been assaulting them for a month now, hoon. Think about the most Karen you know. Double her age and shorten her hair. That was what I had to deal with for almost half an hour. Oh, and she also said that me coloring my hair like a prostitute was a bad influence for kids in general. Anyways, I was able to text the parents during her rant. They arrived not too long after, the police and a CPS officer. You can only imagine how they reacted, lol, but they couldn't leave until the parents arrived to make sure everything was okay. Officers left, Mom and Dad freaked out. They kept apologizing to me. Mind you, this was happening all in front of the girls because Grandma Karen didn't let me put them in bed. Not only did she give me the most violent verbal attack I have ever seen, she also ruined the parents' date night. When I left to go home I started crying LMAO. But hey, I got paid double that night and the girl's hair looked fabulous. P.S. Since she lied about me assaulting the girls and verbally attacked me, I can charge her for it. Police officer gave me his number to contact him if I wanted to. Should I though? I really want to put her in her place, but that would affect the parents and I love them so much. Entitled mother demands for me to give my drum set to her son. First post here, so I'm sorry if it's not good. So basically I'm a 20 years old university student trying to major in classical percussions. Since instruments are pretty expensive, and I don't like to ask my parents for money, I try to make up some cash by giving drums lessons to kids in my city. It all went fairly good, I didn't charge much, just €8 per hour, so kids came flowing in. Back to 2 months ago when M brings her 7-year-old child to my house for his 2 hours lesson, we have fun, I teach the kid some riffs and he seems to enjoy it. It was his first lesson. Now, I have 2 drum set at my home studio, which is just my bedroom. One is the more expensive one, bought almost a year ago now, and the one I bring with me for gigs. I spent almost €4,000 on it and I'm kind of jealous about who plays on it. The other one is a pretty old €400 drum set that I was gifted when I started studying, and I use this one to teach kids. Here's the conversation between me and M when she came picking up her son. Cue the most strange interaction with a parent I've ever had. Me, good evening M. S was really good today, he could have a future in the music industry if he dedicates. M, is that so? Should he continue with this? Me, I mean, it's totally up to him, but he has great potential, you could think about investing in a drumset. M, you could give him yours. Me, sorry ma'am. What? M, yeah, just gift him yours, you have two anyways, you don't need an extra one. Me, I'm sorry M, but I use the good one just for gigs and I need this crappy one to teach. M, oh no, I wasn't talking about this white one, the crappy one, those blue drums, the good set, behind you look good, give him that. Me, sorry. But I really can't. Also, a beginner's kit can be found for less than 500 euros. Het M goes full berserker screaming against me, trying to get the 16 euros she had to pay for her lesson back. M, why don't you wanna give my child you drums, you said he has a future, so you should be the one helping him on that. Me, ma'am, I need both of them and you could just buy one yourself. M, you are just an evil kid, that doesn't give back to the community. Me, dead silence and anxiety starts to kick in. M, see, not replying just says I'm right, you don't want to support my child. I'm not that good at replying in this situation, I get pretty anxious and sweaty, luckily my mother was home and came into my room. She politely escorted M and the poor child, who genuinely had fun playing the drum, out of our house and we never saw them again. I still give drum lessons to kid, even though this lockdown didn't help, most parents are pretty cool and ask for advice on which drums to buy, but no one has never asked for mine since. Sorry if this was a bit long, thanks for reading through to my rant. Also sorry if there are errors, but this convo was translated in my head from Italian to English and I couldn't remember it perfectly. M fights me and gets arm broken. I posted this on Pro Revenge at first, but just in case it gets removed, I'll post it here too as it has a M in it. English is not my first language, apologize for grammar and literally every mistake, my Singlish really good though. A few days before this, my entitled mother got released from jail, wanna know why she got in jail? Because she violated a restraining order, harassed my brother and assaulted me multiple times. Now before I start ultimate revenge story, well at least according to me, let me give you the backstory. Asterisk, this revenge story is me beating her up as revenge for my brother and my pain. She came for other reasons asterisk. My M is a typical Karen, but enforced with the Asian you don't beat your child you don't love your child attitude. With this attitude, I suffered a lot of injuries when I was a child and nearly died once as she was strangling me, but I kicked her in the shin, causing her to loosen her grip. After that time I escaped with my life, the CPS got involved. Well, during this period of time during my youth, my father who was blinded by love at the time had my brother with my mother, who is a wonderful child and I currently have custody of him due to my mother being a psychopath. My dad finally found out what kind of woman my mother was when she was found beating my poor brother. He divorced her and I got hold of my brother. Recently in other posts I recounted the events of what had happened, but this time, justice is served and I doubt that she would ever have the guts to show up at my door again. Asterisk, another thing before I start the story, I am from China but I currently reside in Singapore. I have trained in Shaolin Shi and know quite a bit of martial arts, and used them to kick the Karen's ass star. Yesterday, I was practicing my Shaolin rod, I don't know what the English name is, this is the closest translation I can do, as I felt that my skills have become rusty. This was when a car drove by and threw a rock with a paper attached to it at me. I caught it out of reflex and read the note. I recognized it as EMS handwriting and the note read: Dear Asian philanthropist, you still have my son, right? Give him back to me or else. Upon seeing this, I started laughing. What can she do to me alone while alone? The plan, I did some thinking and felt that breaking her bones will be a good way to compensate for the pain she made me go through. The revenge. I woke up the next morning to the sound of banging, and I knew what was going to happen. I took out the bamboo rod and behold, the Karen was there. Karen, where is my son? Me, why must I tell you? The only thing I know is that you are going to end up with a damaged body part that will last for a long time. Karen, tell me where my son is or else I will taze you. She pulled out a fucking taser at that moment and I nearly shit my pants, but I realized that it was fake as there was a cartoon cop on it. I immediately regained me confidence and brandished the rod. Me. It was a swift fight. I used all my strength to hit her arm with my rod. There was a cracking noise and I checked my rod and it was fine, which only meant that I broke her arm. She yelped and ran off with her tail between her legs, and I could finally rest. Make sure to like, share, subscribe if you haven't done yet. Thanks for watching.